do you communicate in a relationship? How are people supposed to talk, communicate, and share with each other so the relationship succeeds? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm Zalman Nelson. I'm a therapist. I talk about relationships, emotional triggers, personal growth. I make videos every week. Be sure to click to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single one. So communication is very important. Everyone says it. Everyone knows it. We talk communication. But how do you do it? And what's it all about? So communication needs to work like this. The basic ground rule is that I need to hear you and I understand you, but I'm still allowed to feel what I feel. That hearing you and understanding what you have to say doesn't mean I lose my right to an opinion or my ability to share my view of things. And it's based upon like this. Two people are having an experience and they begin to discuss it when it's about. Each person is allowed to feel what they feel. Each person has their view on what went on. Now, it's true, you're hearing them talk and you know that something is wrong or something is not true in what they said because they're missing some information. But you have to remember something. I can't know what somebody else thinks, and I can't know what they feel. I need to ask. I need to know about it. That's the one question. The other thing is, I have my own blind spots. I have things about me that I'm not aware of. And so that's why the beginning of a conversation is simply hearing each other. I like to encourage people to work on taking turns and switching off. Allowing somebody to say, hey, I want to talk to you about this or that, the other thing that happened recently. You say, okay. And we sit down and we talk. And the way it works is the first person, A, starts to talk and share their experience. Hopefully relying mostly on what they feel, what they experience, tell the facts, how you experienced it. The other person, B, who is listening, your job isn't to fix it. And your job isn't to defend yourself because you're not under attack. Your job isn't to correct them or help them see the error of their ways or what they're missing. Your job is simply to hear them. The whole goal is that person A feels heard. And that's why we use reflective listening. I share back after they finish talking everything I just heard. And then I give person A a chance to say, hey, did I get it right? And they can make a few corrections, and then as person B, I'll try again. Maybe 2 or 3 rounds that takes. And there you go, we've shared. That person should have a feeling of being heard. Now we switch. Person B now shares what they've been through, what they experienced in that moment, what that was going on for them. And now person A reflects back what they heard. The whole goal, again, is just, I'm not bad, and I'm not wrong, and I don't need to defend myself, and I don't need to correct what you said. I simply need to hear you. Because both people are allowed to feel what they feel. And they heard what they heard and they experienced what they experienced. And there's a certain basic trust over here that we want to connect with each other and work together. We're not out to attack each other, harm each other. It's just simply all about being heard, feeling heard. And one of the ways that we feel heard is eye contact, or we feel through body language. A big way is that the person's able to share back a few points that they heard me say. And I can correct them. And make sure that they get it right. But hearing them say back what they heard me say is a big way in which we can go about feeling heard. That's always step 1 of communication. Step 2, now that the two of us have heard each other, we can talk about what we're going to do about it. Or we already realize some of what's going on, is that I saw it one way and you saw it another way. Or I didn't realize your intentions and you didn't realize my intentions. Or you experienced me and what I did in a certain way that I wasn't aware of before. Now I am. And vice versa. There's always more information, but we can never get there unless we just simply hear each other out. And that hearing and understanding the other person is my job, but it doesn't mean that I lose my ability to have an opinion, and it doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to feel and have my own thoughts on the subject. That's the crucial point, is that hearing and that validating. Now, let's troubleshoot. What makes it hard to do such a thing? Well, for sure, you're hearing somebody share and you know certain information. Like, let's say, they say, well, it really hurt me when you did such and such. And it's like, you were trying to hurt me. Well, you know that that's not true because you weren't intending to hurt them, but they were still hurt. So both people need to gain some valuable information if this conversation is going to be effective. She, for example, was feeling hurt in that moment. That has to be heard. You, for your part, had no intentions to hurt her. She got that wrong. That also needs to be heard. But this can only happen if the focus is on really trying to hear each other out. It's not about scoring points or proving that I was right or correct. A lot of people react very strongly to hearing that they caused someone they care about pain. A lot of people have a very strong reaction to what they sense or feel is I did something wrong or I did something bad, and therefore something is wrong with me. Those are people struggling with validation. But the main thing is all about really hearing each other. And only then can we move on to step 2, which is how do we, now that you and I have connected, how do we together deal with this issue and what we processed? All right, stay tuned for more videos. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and good luck with your communication.